highly critical of myself, right? I love sitting out here in the morning. I That was really bad, that live I just did just now. But for me, I feel like it's important for me to be out here like this. And I don't know why, but I'm getting more comfortable with telling my personal story. And sometimes for me, it doesn't translate on camera the way I want it to. Then I just start getting nervous, like when people walk in, not walking, but when they come in alive or whatever have you. And I'm just like, oh my God, please don't leave, please don't leave. I want to say the right things to retain you or whatever like that. So this is what I think. I think that this weekend I might do a live-a-thon. So I'll be back in Atlanta this weekend. And I'll be with my good Judy Brittany. And I think we should just come on here and just talk. Like, it's always easier to have other people's energy to feed off of. But that aside, I just want to say that I don't know, evolution and growth is necessary, but it's also a choice, right? And this past week I sat in a lot of reflection about a lot of things that made me me. And I'm right now at a point in my life where I'm kind of conflicted about where all of this stuff is coming from. You know, just all of this energy of the past. Is it because I'm doing my work, my shadow work? Is it because I'm intentional with being vulnerable? Is it because I'll be 40 very soon? Um, or is it the planetary alignments? Like, is it everything? And this week was very difficult for me. Um, I'm not gonna lie, like somebody immediately shut me out of their lives, and I was not expecting that at all. It was so unwarranted, so unnecessary, but at the same time, it really struck a chord for my inner child, right? So then I know it was necessary. It was disrespectful and hurtful, but it was necessary. And I still have to make a decision. It was bad, like I cried a lot, but I still have to make decisions, as does anyone, to decide to be progressive with my life, right? And what it showed me, that action, was I thought I found, I'm very naturally possessive. So I'm a Taurus, but I'm very naturally I'm very possessive. Like when you're in my life, you are mine, you belong to me, your soul is mine. Nah. But when this person like literally shut me out of their lives with no explanation. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I've been very honest with y'all in saying that, you know, I'm the queen of cut off. Like if you hurt me, if you harm me, I'm cutting you off. Okay, it's no more in betweens. We're not having no conversation. Goodbye. You never knew me. That's me. But I always, you know, have to realize that life can go both ways, right? And somebody, good morning, somebody could feel the same way about me and decide, like, yeah, you cool or whatever, but at the end of the day, sis, you stressing me out. You know what I mean? Somebody could definitely decide, like, for whatever reason, they no longer want me in their life and that they can disengage and cut me off and reroute their destiny. We all have that right. You know what I mean? I have the right to say, I don't like what you're doing to me. I don't like how you're acting. I don't like how you're treating me. I'm tired of giving you another chance. I'm tired of giving you another opportunity. I'm here for you, available as a vessel, as a friend, as a family member, as a lover, or whatever it is. And I'm tired. And people get tired for many different reasons, right? But when this particular person decided that they were eliminating me from their lives indefinitely, it really shattered something in me. And I literally had to sit there in my tears. Like I was literally in the coffee shop, like fighting back ugly tears. Oh, I was crying. They was looking at me, you know. I was gonna hold a whole monster mess. But I literally had to sit there in that moment and just listen to my inner child just speak to me. Like, why was this so detrimental that this person, knowing that they didn't treat me how they should have, They didn't treat me how I deserve to be treated, not as a woman, not as a goddess, just as a human being. Like, why is this affecting me so much? And the little girl in me, who is very much alive, very much vibrant, very much intact, I am in tune with every element of who I am. I began to just listen to what she was saying, like this small little echo in my heart and soul. And she just said, you know, this was somebody that you trusted. This was a love, an experience, a friendship that you thought you could have as your own. You know what I mean? And y'all know, if you're new to me, I make it no secret. I had a very, very, oh, thank you, Jax. I appreciate that. God loves me. I don't be feeling this sometimes. But, you know, I've been very honest, and I had a very tumultuous childhood, man. It was really, really bad, and it was very secretive. And it was secretive in that I am a preacher's kid. You know what I mean? So a lot of the things that I've gone through, I had to shield it from everybody because you don't want to make your parents look bad. You know what I mean? If you make your parents look bad, then God is a liar. And it's just this conflict of, well, if they wouldn't do bad, they wouldn't have to look bad. But, you know, I have lived in the misery, especially in my 20s, not really in my 30s, of just being a motherless daughter, right? And so I think I told y'all a few months ago, like, I had this revelation back in July of 2025 of the vagabond spirit, and how a vagabond is someone that moves because they have to, because there's no shelter anywhere. They go from place to place to place to place to place, looking for a sense of home, looking for a sense of security, looking for a safe haven in love. You know, if you're gonna do, like, if you're gonna be an emotional vagabond. And so I'm accustomed to things and people being ripped out of my life without me actually triggering it, unless I have served as the trigger unconsciously. So, yeah, but I was thinking that I was operating at a mature level, and this person was just like, I'm done with you. F you. And I'm like, wait a minute, nigga. I'm sorry. I was like, wait a minute, because like, I've been there and stood, you know, with you through a lot of different things. What you mean? What you mean? And so I think that as a part of this renewal process for the new year, because it is the spring new year, today is the spring equinox. In nature, this is the true new year. It's just a lot that I have decided to be reborn into, right? And because evolution is not a choice, but elevation is, I have to continuously make sure that I'm making decisions that are in alignment for my highest good. And this has just been a hard week. It's been one filled with so many revelations for me personally, right? I told y'all in the other live that I told you in the other live that somebody let me know that they saw me as a little girl going through some rough things, and they watched me carry that experience into my womanhood. And that experience did not get done with until the day my nana died. When she took her last breath, that's when it stopped. Like, these chains that were on me, they dropped. And this person said this to me. She's like 60 years old. And it's just like, you never know who's watching you, and they themselves can't say anything. They can't do anything to liberate you. And that's when you realize that there is some element of God, there is some element of spirit there, that had it been so bad, I believe this person would have stepped up to protect me. And she even said, look, I wish that I could have said more. I wish I could have done more for you, because you deserved more. At the end of the day, though, my process was my process. And I have to realize, just as you have to realize for anything that you're doing, the process is nothing to take personal. It's just the experience that's getting you to where you're supposed to be. And a lot of us walk around looking for destiny, not realizing that every decision we make, every conscious decision we make, whether it's stepping forward or speaking our truth or not speaking our truth, that is a part of this process of evolution and chosen elevation. So I just wanted to say that whatever you're doing today, whatever you're going to do moving forward with your life, always remember that there's some things you're gonna have to sit in, and whatever it is people represent for you is the same thing that you're gonna represent for them. You know what I mean? We are not just one-sided reflections, and because we do not experience ourselves, we don't know truly how we are affecting people. We don't know the strength of our undercurrent, our shadow selves. You know what I mean? We all have an aspect that is not pretty, and we all have a side of us that is not glamorous. And as much as I like to have fun and be jovial, and I like to play and tell people, like, I'm perfect, I'm perfect. The truth is, baby, if there was ever a shit show, I have been that. You know what I mean? And you have to make a decision daily to decide, like, I want to rise higher, I want to be higher. But before you do that, you're gonna have to sit in your mess. And that's definitely what this week has been for me. Like, I had to sit in some final mess. It's been some ugly sugar honey iced tea, but I'm grateful for the chance to make a decision to elevate. And I think ultimately that's what we all have in life. Nothing is guaranteed, right? Not tomorrow, not the next second, but for every second that we do have, you are in ownership and you are in possession of the decision that you choose to make. You can resist your growth, or you can decide to lean into what is being shown to you in your path and make it as great as you need it to be. Yeah, it's hard as hell. You know what I mean? When you're making decisions and you're coming up out of certain levels of darkness that you didn't even know was attached to your entire being, but still make the decision to be higher. Sometimes we will have codependencies. Our codependencies vary based off of how we need to self-soothe, you know what I mean? And whether that's intimacy, whether that's substances, whether that's shopping, whatever it is. If you need to utilize that process in this time, utilize it. But don't let the codependency become your full identity until it starts to consume you. So yeah, that's what this week has represented for me. The ability to just say, you know what, I gotta sit in this, I gotta sit in this, I gotta sit in this. And I sat through it, and I grew, and I'm growing, and I wish that for you. So I love you. But my love for you doesn't have anything to do with anything if you don't choose to love yourself, if you don't choose to regain some sort of control in your own life, to create some stability and to hang on to that stability until you can be grounded in something that is worth being strong for. You know what I mean? It's about substance, it's about finding yourself. And I'm not here to preach. I wanted to redeem myself from that other life, to be honest. But then I was thinking about it, like, what has this week really done to me? Like, it messed me up, okay? It messed me up, and it pissed me off, and it hurt my feelings, and a part of me is like, where's the revenge? Because I'm not always one to learn. Y'all know, listen, if I have to take the spiritual route, I want my revenge. But yeah, you can't be the master in everything. You have to be the student, and this is life. So just choose. As life is progressing you through evolution, decide if you want to also choose the route of elevation. I love you. Have a good one, and thank you for listening.